can becoming just 1% better every single day completely change your college life? Sounds impossible, right? But here's the thing most students never realize. Those tiny improvements are exactly what separate the ones who move ahead from the ones who stay stuck. And if you're in college or university right now, you probably know what being stuck feels like. Always running, always trying to catch up, drowning in deadlines while everyone else seems to be moving forward. You scroll through Instagram and see people your age landing dream jobs, traveling the world, starting side hustle. And here you are, pulling all-nighters just to survive the semester. It almost feels unfair, doesn't it? Like no matter how hard you push, you're still falling behind. But here's the truth. Success in your 20s doesn't come from massive leaps. It comes from small, tiny wins. The kind of wins that stack up every single day. And in this video, I'm going to show you how the 1% better rule and 5 simple habit hacks can completely transform your life as a student. Not years from now, not someday in the distant future, but starting with the choices you make today, right here, right now. Do you know why big changes rarely stick? Why it feels so hard to follow your own plans for the long run? The fact is, most of us try to change our lives by going all in. We set huge goals like, I'll study 8 hours a day, or I'll go to the gym every morning. And maybe you keep it up for 3 days, maybe even a week, but eventually, you crash. Why? Because big changes require big energy, and no one can sustain that forever. That's why most resolutions fail. But small, consistent changes, they don't burn you out. They stack up quietly until one day you wake up and realize you're not the same person anymore. Let's understand the math behind 1% better daily. Here's the secret most people miss about growth. Improving by just 1% a day doesn't move in a straight line. It compounds, just like interest in a bank account. Think about it. If you added 1% every single day, at the end of the year you'd expect to be 365% better, right? But that's not how it works. You're not just stacking improvements, you're multiplying them. Here's how the math looks. You take 1.01, that's your 1% growth, and you repeat it 365 times, once for every day in a year. 1.01 raised to the power of 365 equals 37.8. That means if you get just 1% better each day, by the end of the year, you won't be a little better. You'll be almost 38 times better. Think about it. If you write just 1 page a day, by the end of the year, you'll have a book. If you study just 30 minutes extra every day, that's 180 hours in a year. 1% may feel small today, but it's huge tomorrow. Small wins don't feel big in the moment, but repeated daily, they transform you completely. Let's start with your first habit hack, the 2-minute rule. Here's how it works. Whatever habit you want to build, shrink it down to something you can do in just 2 minutes or less. Want to start reading more? Don't worry about finishing a chapter. Just open the book and read a single page. If you want to work out, then forget the full gym session. Just change into your workout clothes and go to gym. If you want to study, then don't stress about hours of focus. Just open your notebook and write 1 line. Why does this work? Because the hardest part of any habit is getting started. Once you begin, momentum takes over and it's so much easier to keep going. The 2-minute rule removes the pressure. It makes your habits so small, so simple, that skipping them almost feels impossible. And that's how real consistency begins. Here's your next hack, habit stacking. Your brain loves routines. Think about it. You brush your teeth, you make your morning coffee, you check your bag before leaving the house. These things happen almost on autopilot. So why not use those existing routines as a trigger for new habits? After I brush my teeth, I'll review 1 flashcard. After I pour my morning coffee, I'll write down my top 3 tasks. After class ends, I'll spend 5 minutes revising notes. By linking a new habit to something you already do, you create a chain reaction. One good habit flows naturally into another. And before you know it, your whole day is filled with positive momentum. Let me ask you something. Do you keep your phone right on your desk while studying? If you do, then no wonder you're distracted. Here's the truth. Your environment shapes your habits more than your willpower ever can. If your phone is nearby, you'll scroll. If snacks are within reach, you'll eat them. But if you leave your phone in another room, if you lay out your books on the table the night before, if you keep your running shoes right next to your bed, suddenly your environment is working for you, not against you. Discipline doesn't have to be a battle. When you design your surroundings the right way, discipline becomes effortless. And here's the most powerful hack of them all: identity first. Stop chasing results. Start building identity. Instead of saying, "I want to study harder," say, "I am a disciplined student." Instead of saying, "I want to get fit," say, "I am an athlete." When you identify yourself with the habits you want, every small action reinforces that identity. You're no longer just ticking off tasks. You're becoming the kind of person who naturally lives that way. And that's the real secret. Lasting habits don't just change what you do, they change who you are. So let me ask you again. Do you need to change your life overnight, or do you just need to get 1% better today? Because the student who improves 1% daily isn't just making progress. They're building a future that compounds into greatness. Start small, stay consistent, build identity, and let the 1% rule transform your college or university life. This is how you go from feeling stuck to unstoppable. This is 7D Mindset. Think deeper, see broader, grow wiser.